So I bought this Bubble Magus protein skimmer online, or should I say on Craigslist, and it came with this old pump. Looks like it's an Atman PH 4000, and just by looking at the running power, I mean 125 watts is a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace this pump with a new, more energy efficient Bubble Magus pump that they offer. I bought a kit to basically upgrade your skimmer to a C9 Bubble Magus, but as you can see, the plate, the original plate is on top, and the upgrade kit plate is on the bottom, and I'm gonna have to router the bottom plate to fit the skimmer that I have. This is the skimmer, the skimmer pump, should I say, that Bubble Magus offers. It's a SP4000, and it only runs at 28 watts, which is a very good energy efficient pump. The other route would have been a DC pump, but they run about the same, and they usually don't have as much head pressure as these do. Here's a side-by-side comparison of the old pump and the new pump going in. So I'm gonna go ahead and start modifying stuff so I can make it fit. The reason I'm gonna cut this plate, the bottom plate, to the size of the upper plate is because the new pump only fits the bottom plate. I would have to drill new holes on the old plate, and I don't want to do that, so I'm just gonna modify the bottom plate since I don't really have any need for it. So if I mess it up, well, at least I have the top plate to still use. But I'm pretty confident that it's going to go well with the router. So I'll show you guys the results at the end. So here's the end result of my modification. This used to be the big one, the oversized one from the upgrade kit to the NAC9. This is the original one. As you can see, it's flat. This one actually is cut out for the pump. That's why I liked it, and I modded it to fit the existing skimmer that I bought off Craigslist. As you can see, it's going to work out perfectly. No additional holes or anything. So I'm very happy with the outcome. It's not perfect, but it's round. You know, I did the best I could with my router. You know, I'm a do-it-yourselfer, so whatever I can use, I used. I already went ahead and tapped these holes because I actually drilled these holes to match the skimmer, and I tapped them already. You know, I'm a mechanic, so I have tap and die sets, and I found the perfect fit. So now these gonna fit the plastic hold down screws that attach this to the skimmer. And I also found out what my skimmer is. So when I purchased on Craigslist, it's already cleaned and ready to go. I just had to tap the holes so I could mount it to the skimmer itself, the skimmer body. You can see the skimmer right there is waiting. I'm actually going to replace my AquaC EV180. It's just, I don't know, I just feel it wet skims. It doesn't skim out too much gunk. It doesn't come out as dark as I would like it to. Maybe there's not a lot of stuff in my tank, but I just don't feel that it's performing as well as this one will, just because of the volume of it. I think it's rated up to 200 gallons or so of heavy bio load. So anyway, I found out the name of the skimmer is actually an old one of the first that Bubble Magus brought to the market. It's the BM180EX. So that was the original, that's the name of it because it's not labeled anywhere. So basically I bought the NAC9 upgrade, which had the same pump that I needed for this skimmer, more energy efficient, and came in the bubble plate, I think it's called. The original one, as you can see, it's kind of curved. Just, you know, I guess that's what happens to acrylic. kind of wears out, and so the new one is already there, is ready to go. It came with a new bubble diffuser, but it didn't fit, obviously, because the footprint of the skimmer is different. This was a new bubble diffuser, but as you can see, it's just a little bit bigger, and I didn't want to modify this. It's already real thin, so I just went ahead and decided to reuse the original one, which works out perfectly. But yeah, I will show you a follow-up picture of the skimmer ready to go, fully assembled, before I give it the final freshwater bath, so to get any oils or any residue that I left on it, and then I'll go ahead and install it in my refugium. So here's the end result of the skimmer. You can see I scratched it there. I had to oversize this hole right here for the venturi, so I kind of scratched it a little with a hole saw, but it works. I mean, you're not going to be able to see that when it's inside, but here it is, the setup. I'm very proud of it, very happy with it. I don't think I could have done any better with the equipment that I have. And here it is. Of course, it has its normal scratches. You know, it was used, of course, off Craigslist. But here it is. Like I told you, it doesn't have a name, but I know the name of it already. Here's the adjuster. You know, go left or right to open it up. But yeah, here it goes, ready. Here it is, ready to go, and I will show a follow-up video of it installed in my sump. So here's the skimmer a day later. It's still breaking in. You can see it's starting to pull out some skimmate here and there. It's just that it's fogging up, I guess, because this tank is outside, and you know the water's pretty warm, you know, around 78, but it's cold outside right now. It's kind of like there's overcast and everything. The one thing I do want to say is that it's super quiet, way more quiet than the AquaC. You could hear the whistling when it was sucking in air. And then I had a mag drive 9.5, and that was pretty loud. This one's very quiet, very quiet. Like I said, it's still breaking in. You still see big bubbles and everything, but it looks like it's gonna be a good skimmer. We'll see. Again, it was the Bubble Magus BM180 EX, I believe, and I bought the Curve 9 upgrade, and so it has a Curve 9 skimmer pump now, which is a Bubble Magus skimmer pump with a new venturi, new propeller, needle wheel propeller, or impeller should I say. And yeah, so this Protein Skimmer is, I want to say it came out around 2010. Bought it off of Craigslist for $100, and C9 pump upgrade was $124. So basically I paid $225, I guess you want to say, for this skimmer. I guess it's a good deal, since these skimmers at the time went for up to $350 to $400 with the old Atman pump, which drew about 125 watts running. This one's way lower than that, so that's the most important thing, is the wattage for me. Just too much energy consumption, the bill goes up, and I'd rather spend that money on something else. But yeah, there it is. Super quiet, not too many bubbles. Right now I have it at that setting right there, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna change once it finishes breaking in and everything. Here's a protein skimmer, I want to say about a week and a half later, fully broken in. I had to install this valve here because it was sucking in way too much air and the bubbles were humongous. It was just so much air sucking in, and it was just creating too many big bubbles and not the fine little bubbles that actually create a good skimmate. So as you can see, those bubbles are nice and small and it's doing a real good job. Real good. I'm very happy with it. The water level inside of it, you can see it went up a little because the same deal with the more air it was letting in, the more it was the water level was very low and it wasn't actually giving it enough time to react and pull out the skimmate like it's supposed to. I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna have to turn on the light, but that 2 liters pretty much halfway full, maybe. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not 2 liters, it's a 1.5 liter. But this skimmate, I'll put it up in the light. It's way better than the AquaC EV skimmate that used to come out. But the AquaC EV, I guess I didn't tune it properly. I just couldn't never get the tuning correctly, so it would always come out wet, or it'll all back up on the neck. I had to clean big old chunks of skimmate and everything. But yeah, this is basically the skimmer about a week and a half in, doing a good job, very good job. Very happy with it. There's a shot of the skimmate coming out of the skimmer. A little darker, looks like soda or some kind of drink. But yeah, that's skimmate. It's a lot darker. Looks like tea. I could get it a lot drier, but right now I'm wet skimming just to get all the waste out of there, and then I'll get a little drier next time once I clean it out again.